Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gothic. Today we are going to take on the mountain fort with Lester here and acquire the final focus stone that we need. Now, unfortunately, this place is absolutely lousy with harpies. So that altogether makes this my least favorite place to take on. And just like Gorn, Lester does actually have a lot of trouble getting around here. Not quite as badly as Gorn, but it can still make it very frustrating. Let's let this one burn to death if possible. Beautiful. I don't know why Lester was freaking out a bit there. Oh dear, oh my. Yep, as I said, Lester is a bit confused. Can't even lock onto you. You wicked thing. Alright then. Now up there is quite obviously what we need.
Look. Looks like the focus you're looking for is up there.
Right, looks like a focus platform. It's not that easy to reach it.
Indeed, we'll have to find a way to get there. Oh dear. Die, you foul things! There we go. Well, this is certainly a bit too high for us to jump. Although, I certainly think we jump higher than the average white man, but yeah, I'm afraid it's just not enough. So we'll have to find a way up. Now let us explore these ruins with a great deal of care. There are more harpies just yonder. Burn! Come on, sword. Really? God, I hate when they do that. Thankfully, it burned to death. Are there more of you? Not in here. Now, this place interests me. I'm not really sure what the deal is. It seems to be an armory, but these weapons are a bit past their prime, aren't they? These shells here have nothing on them. It seems like this place has been looted before. Not completely thoroughly, but there's not really a whole lot left to find anymore. You can hear some kind of creaking and kind of off to the side there, which is not encouraging. Let's see, we got a lever here. Oh, a secret passage and fucking skeletons. Now, skeletons are extremely annoying in this game. I don't know why. Their AI is a lot more defensive than your average humanoid. So even though they're based on the same model, they're actually a lot more frustrating to fight. They have a tendency to backpedal a lot more. I don't think they ever block, but they do just run around and generally make your life pretty fucking miserable. And so let's see what we got in the chest here. Ooh, potions. Me likey. And mana potions. Excellent. Alright, so there's nothing really too valuable in here, but in this place, in this chest, we have a key to another chest. Now, who keeps a key to a chest inside another chest? That just don't make no sense. Alright, fell beast. Burn in righteous fire. Ha ha ha. So you see that, that burning effect. It's very powerful, but it also led to...
I'll go and have a look up there.
Oh, be careful with that ladder. In my experience, you tend to have a lot of trouble with it. But, yeah. That burning effect actually led to some really fairly amusing but also overpowered well, it led to one specifically overpowered weapon in the Dark Mysteries mod. It was a staff that, when you struck an enemy, would set them on fire, but the amount of fire damage it did was so ludicrously high that the enemies would burn to death in a matter of seconds. And I was able to exploit that, because as long as you had the weapon in your hands, it would just escalate the flame effect. So what I would do is I would use like a fireball spell or something, hit an enemy, and then take out the fire staff, and it would cause the fire damage caused by... It would result in the fire damage caused by the fireball to be exponentially higher, and it would just kill the enemy, like, immediately.
Have you found anything?
The chest over there is locked. Maybe we can find the key somewhere in this fort. Have you found the document yet?
No, not yet.
Did you have a look around the library?
Yeah, you were right next to me. We didn't find anything, but we did find a key, so perhaps 1 and 1 make 2, and there we go. Well, isn't this interesting? Let's take a look at this document. I, Bergmar Burgrave of the Western Field and presiding judge over the lands of my lord Tymorison, the region surrounding Corinus, hereby declare that I surrender and sell to the holder of this document and to the house of Inos the fief of the mountain fort, along with further tenths of my revenue and the mines contained therein, for 400 units of gold. So they're basically saying anyone who owns this title deed owns the land. No, I'm not entirely sure how it works legally, but I'm assuming then... Oh! You motherfucker! Fucking harpies from above. Anyway. Yeah, so... Basically, the implication of that deed, I guess he was selling the land to another lord for 400 units of gold, but perhaps tragedy befell the house before the deal went through, and now anyone who has that document can pretty much claim that they own the place, which is obviously what Lester is intending.
I found the document.
Hey, well done. Take these magic scrolls as a reward. With them, you'll be able to reach the focus. I'll wait for you down by the focus platform.
Alright, cool. So, actually, I think he has a bit more dialogue if we talk to him now. Basically, he gave us some telekinesis scrolls.
How can I reach the focus?
Master E. Burian used to say, a student tries to move things with his hands and feet. The master moves them with his spiritual powers.
Well, isn't that terribly deep? So yeah, he gave us the telekinesis spell, which allows us to pull items closer to us, which is what we shall do with this. Thankfully, it doesn't really require any investment in mana. So, we can't get it. I don't think we can get it to come all the way up to us. Oh wow, I guess it did take mana. Anyway, so it's just falling to the ground out there. We have to go back down in order to grab it. There are a lot more harpies in here, as well as a lot more treasure. So unfortunately, Lester's not following us anymore, which means we have to take this on our own. Die, you fools! Fiendish fools! There's no real treasure in that room, but in this one... God, I hate these things. So annoying. Here we have 200 lumps of ore. Not a bad contribution to our nest egg. So it seems like Lester made out of this deal, theoretically made out of this deal a lot better than we did. He gets a whole fucking fort and lands and revenue to himself, whereas we got a stone. But of course, we get to loot everything inside. So when he finally takes over these lands, you'll find it terribly unfurnished. But that's not our problem. We made our contribution to his future wealth. Alright, here's another kind of glitch ladder, so it can be troublesome, as you saw there, to actually get up there. So the first thing you should do is try and jump as soon as you land. God damn it. I'm not even sure we'll be able to pull this off. But I have another method. Boop. There we go. F8 to glory. I guess I didn't really discuss all the more important functions of Marvin mode, but basically F8, it kind of bumps you up. Unfortunately, it forces you to face one direction. It does move you forward slightly. And the other one I've been using is if you press K, it'll bump you quite a bit forward. So both of those can be very useful to get out of sticky situations like that. The problem with F8, though, is that it also will completely restore your health and mana, so it does get a bit OP, as it were. Left, 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 right, right, left. Left, left, right, right, left, left. Oh, sword of victory! We got a bunch more gold coins, which again are completely useless in this game because no one cares about gold here. It simply has no value inside the colony. Ore is all that matters. And kaboom. Shortcut! Here's a focus. That'll be mine. Alright, good buddy, Lester.
Now both of us have what we wanted.
Indeed.
I'll stay here to read the old books.
We'll meet again.
Alright, Lester. It's been fun. Perhaps we shall meet again. But for now, we have all the foci we need. So let us head back to the Magicians of... Ooh. I guess it doesn't restore mana, it only restores health. Anyway, we need a bit more mana if we are going to... Dark herbs? I didn't even know those were a thing. What's something that only gives a little bit of mana? I don't want to use one of my more powerful ones. Oh, darn it all. Alright, well, I've got no choice. I need to use one of the Raven herbs. Alright, back to Saturas. Howdy, partner. Hey, I'm talking to you.
For the honor of magic.
I found a focus in the Troll Canyon.
Good. That's the second focus stone you've brought us. We're getting closer and closer to our target. Be brave and fetch the 2 remaining focus stones. I see you've used up the teleportation scroll. Here, take a new one.
Alright, now this is critically important. Might as well address it now before we finish up here. If you have any business in the old camp left, now is the time to take care of it. So I figure I'll make one last stop there just to see if there's anything I need from the mages. I think we'll take that. In exchange, we'll give him this. Since that's a spell we're buying from him, we'll give him all these. Don't really need these transformation spells. They're not all that useful. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, apologize for the abrupt skip there. I actually had to leave very suddenly and unfortunately was not able to come back and record again for a few days. So, anyway, before we really move on, I couldn't really find any spells I wanted that much, but we did get the Storm of Fire spell. Drawback is that it requires Magic Circle 4, so we do have to level up once more.
I am ready to enter the 4th circle.
You have completed the first 3 circles. Now is the time for you to learn the secrets of magic. The magic of the runes is based on the stone. They are magic stones, created out of magic ore. It's the same ore which is collected in the mines. This ore is endowed with magic formulas in the temples. There, the runes are converted to the instruments of our power. With the runes you control now, you have the entire knowledge of the temples of the realm at your fingertips. You have now learned everything I can teach you. Understand the magic. Then you'll discover the secret of power.
Now, it's interesting that he says that's the most he can teach us. So it's weird to me that the High Mage of Fire here cannot teach beyond the 4th circle. It's possible, after all, we find out later, he was not the highest mage here, nor would he have been the highest mage in the entire land. So, it's possible that he simply is not authorized to teach beyond the 4th circle, or perhaps it's true that he simply does not actually he's not educated in anything beyond the 4th circle. So, hard to really say, and I actually ran away sooner than I meant to, because I did want to apply more of these learning points to mana. Since this Storm of Fire spell is going to command a fair bit of mana every time we use it.
I need more.
I can help.
So let us increase it to... How much do we have? I think we have 30 now. Yes, indeed. So we can get... Let's get up to 40. That's not what I want.
I can...
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So the Storm of Fire spell is quite a bit more powerful than the Fireball. Fireball does 30 damage max. The Storm of Fire does 50 max, so it does require twice as much mana total, but it does not exactly double the damage. But it does have the advantage, first of all, of just dealing more damage at once, so you have time for more casts. It just requires you to have more mana overall, but it also has a slight area of effect. Why do I still have Firebolt? I don't want this shit. So let's put that at 5. So you see, it also hit the guy on the right there, and it didn't do a whole lot of damage to him, but
any sorcery around me.
Well, it's a little too late for that. Alright, so since I didn't kill him, he doesn't seem too perturbed by it. It's more like he was frustrated. Anyway, so it has a distinct advantage in that regard. If you're fighting a lot of weak enemies, it can do a fair bit of damage. Anyway, we do now need to finish up the with the focus stones. But before I do that, and this is one advantage to the fact that I did have to stop midway through the recording. My friend Loannis Latham reminded me that I actually had not finished the quest for Baloro's weapon. So I have to make sure that we take care of that first. But I don't know if we have everything we need. I know we need 2 grapes, 2 cheese, 3 breads, 5 beers, 2 rice schnapps, 5 apples. So I don't think we have all of that. We have plenty of beer, plenty of apples, plenty of rice schnapps. Seems to be enough bread. One thing I don't think we have are grapes. And we don't seem to have cheese either. I'll have to find a place to buy those. Oh, you know what? We also... Let's just take a quick look at the quest, because I seem to be missing more than that. Weed merchant. Oh yeah, we have to do that for Balisidro. Since I have enough ore, I think I'll finish that deal with him just to make sure that we get the experience for it. Which reminds me, I don't know if it's still true in this game, but I know that at least in Gothic 2, if you completed quests in a later chapter, you would actually get more experience out of it.
Stop! You know the rules. Scrapers and rogues only.
Are you going to try and stop me?
No, just go.
Ah, you are a terrific bouncer, my friend. Anyway, so yeah, in Gothic 2, like for example, if a quest would give you 50 experience for completing it in the first chapter, you might get 150 in the third chapter, for example. So, I don't know if it's still true in this game, but, you know, sometimes it's advantageous to wait a little longer.
I've sold the weed.
And my 200 ore?
Here it is.
Good. Now I don't give a damn about Bal Kagan anymore. It was a good idea to do business with you.
Considering it's been weeks since we made this arrangement, I'm kind of surprised you haven't gotten in trouble already. Anyway, we did get the stack of weeds from, still have them, right? Where are they? Did I lose them? Where went they? Yeah, I think I just saw them. There they are. Now, we got the stack of weeds from Viren, and supposedly Cypher will buy them. Let's see if he'll buy 50 since we couldn't get the full 100.
How's things?
We put another spoke in Gomez's wheel. 3 dead gods and lots of stuff to sell. I'll drink to that.
You're one of the guys who keep raiding the old camp.
No. Only when it's worth it.
What have you got to offer?
Let's rephrase that question. What have you got to offer? I'm only interested in big consignments.
Balor said you'd be interested in swampweed.
You want to trade?
Yes.
You're probably right.
Let's make a deal.
What do you want?
Okay, so I guess how you get him to become a merchant and actually talk to you is simply to deliver the list to Laras and get this, and once they raid the shipment, that's how you... oops, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Once they raid the shipment to the old mine, that's how you... that's how his merchant inventory opens up. At least that seems to be the case. But then you have to talk to Balor to get him to open up as a fence for the swampweed. God, I just want that one piece of ore. Bunk. Thank you very kindly.
What have you got to offer?
Let's rephrase that.
Balor said you...
Okay. I guess he just doesn't buy this stack from you. You probably can only sell it to him through his merchant inventory, which is utterly pointless. Either that, or it's simply the fact that we don't have the full stack of 100 because of the bug with Balor, whatever you want to call him. Here's a fellow I've never actually talked to. This guy up here, kind of overseeing these mercenaries and training them, is Cord. He's essentially the weapons master for the mercenaries.
I want to improve my handling of one-handed weapons.
Of course. It'll cost you, though. I want 30 ore.
Is that so? You want to put that says 50, you son of a bitch. Alright, so Cord, he's not really a big deal in this game. He's a much cooler guy in the second game, and he's got a lot more going on, especially if you play with the Night of the Raven expansion. So overall, he's a pretty likable fellow, just you don't really notice it as much in this game. Anyway, since we need to go back to Balor, I'm going to take the opportunity to address another comment. My good friend MG Master clarified some discrepancies in what I was talking about with this swamp camp spells, in particular the control spell. I was confusing the charm spell with the control spell. The charm spell will kind of, it'll, what's the word? It'll calm down an NPC who's mad at you or attacking you. So basically, it's how you can prevent NPCs from fighting with you and avoid the risk of all the other NPCs in the area coming after you if you knock the guy down. So overall, can be pretty helpful spell, but only in very specific circumstances. The control spell is the one where you actually possess people. So the problem with that one, as I said, is it takes a lot of mana to control like mid-level NPCs, and overall I just don't think it would be all that useful because, again, controlling NPCs wouldn't really be a big help, because in order to control that NPC you probably need to be as strong or stronger than they are, and once they die I don't really think the spell would wear off. I'm not really sure about that. It's possible that if you were controlling an NPC when he got killed, I just realized I forgot to even finish getting all the stuff for Boloro. Anyway, I don't really know if, after controlling an NPC, if he dies, if you'll immediately get control of your character again. I might actually have to give it a try. Let me ponder. Since we're here, we'll drop off one more focus stone with Saturas just to get a teleportation scroll again. Oh, Sharky's got a lot of money now. Might as well take the opportunity. Not bad at all. I think Wolf might actually have some grapes at least. I feel like I remember that. So let's take a look.
Do you
Yes, he does have grapes. So we need 2 bunches of grapes. What else are we missing? Damn it. He wanted beer, grapes, apples, bread, schnapps. Don't remember what else he wanted. Let us also clean out his ore. Alright, let's see. Cheese. Do you have cheese?
teach
no!
me?
Okay, thank God. I did not want to do that. He does not have cheese. Son of a gun. Alright, well, we'll go to the swamp camp because I want to pick up the control spell and see. Just as a test. Actually, you know what? Since I'm not even going to keep it, there's no reason to even waste my time, really. Oh, there it is. Alright. Really doesn't matter. We were just doing this as a test. A proof of concept. Hopefully... I don't know if they'll get mad at us for using it. Let's give it a try.
Slowly,
Don't try any
you've
sorcery
won.
around.
Alright, they will get mad. Cool yourselves. Let's try, maybe Shret is feeble enough to fall prey to our mental domination. Oh yeah, and by the way, in the meantime, I did uninstall the Iron Key patch, just to finally do away with a lot of the problems it was causing. Hopefully it worked. I haven't really tested it. Unfortunately, it really is a shame because there were a lot of distinct advantages to it.
Slowly.
Alright, let us top ourselves off with mana just to be sure that this is going to work. And... yeah, it also... there we go! Oh wow, I'm invisible. And I'm in the way. Interesting, so I've completely vanished. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's a glitch, but... let us see... what might happen if Shrek were to die while we were in his form. Come on, then. Come at me. Show me what you got. Oh, wow. I didn't even die. Uh-oh. Well, shit. I don't think that successfully uninstalled. Oh, wow. Whoa! Heads up. Watch out. I think they knew I was the one in charge. So they came after me immediately. That's very odd. Well, that didn't really work the way I wanted it to, since he didn't actually die. That didn't teach me anything. I almost feel like that's the way it was meant to work, though. Maybe when you command someone, if you aren't powerful... I mean, when you command someone, they don't want you to be able to get them killed. So maybe even if it's a lethal blow, it'll only knock them down.
Ah! A fight!
Alright, and now for the ultimate test. Oh shit. Ah, I see. So that's what happened. So, him disappearing was just a glitch, really. Son of a bitch! Bugger. Okay, so very important. You're not allowed to save when you're commanding somebody else. Oh wow, this one was a lot weaker. Alright, so here... well, the first thing I wanted to test was... alright, so that's what happens. If you attack yourself while you're commanding another fool, just knocks you out of the spell. I guess it effectively breaks your concentration. What would happen if I took to the skies? Whoa! Hold up now. Oh wow, that hurt. Alright, so I guess you have an effective range, and I went well beyond it. Alright, so... ah, damn, this still doesn't teach me anything. There's gotta be a way I can do this. There must be a way I can test this. Perhaps... I know I can do this. You know, I do have to cheat a little bit just to make sure. Whoops-a-daisy. I have to test this. I cannot leave this undetermined. You will bow to me one way or another. There we go. How much health do you have? 148? That should be just fine. Wrong. Get up here. There we go. Alright. And... nope, didn't work. Surely you can get up here. And... tally-ho! Oh shit, I'm an idiot. And... fuck! Are you kidding me? Pressing enter will of course cancel that spell, which means I can't turn off God mode while I'm in there. So, one last chance to test this stupid shit. Turn off God mode, edit abilities, attribute, put our mana at 100 just to be sure. And 2 also 100, just to put it back to full. That ought to be enough. Since we are no longer God-moded, that means Cain will also not be God-moded once we possess him. Heavens above, this is far more tedious than it was ever meant to be. Okay, so what happens if the NPC we are controlling dies? Just as I suspected. And that, my friends, is that. For all our bloody trouble. Let us find a fool who sells cheese. No cheese! Ay, ay, ay. Who the fuck will sell cheese?
For the...
I found a focus in the mountain fort.
Unbelievable. Now we have 4 focus stones altogether. There's only one more missing. Then we'll have them all. You've already done our community a great service. Get the last focus stone, and we'll soon be able to free ourselves. I see you've used up the teleportation scroll.
Yes, yes, yes. Alright. So we will not turn in the last one to make sure we do not advance the plot beyond the point of no return. I will take a shortcut, and you will not stop me. Because I need some goddamn cheese. Now, if any of you wonder why I'm cheating so much, it's only cheats that make things a little bit shorter. Like, I would not do it something, for example, to increase my stats. I would not use God mode. I would not really use anything that would just make the game easier. All I'm doing is saving some time, because, again, this is supposed to be a walkthrough, and I don't want... I mean, normally I would edit out all the walking, but I don't want to waste my time, since my recording blocks are rather short these days. Alright, so he's not got cheese. But I am also going to sell him a stack of crud. We are making a lot of money now, though. I don't know why all these merchants only have exactly 2,000 ore. But I ain't complaining. Alright, Dexter, you are my last and only hope.
Hello?
Hello.
Show me your...
I got...
Ah, bugger. Oh, wait, you have a cheese, but I need the cheese. I need one more cheese. Somebody's got to have cheese. Do you have cheese?
He's had enough.
Nope, they're killing me. Alright, can't do that. I just need some cheese. Come on, man. Oh, I never fucking bought it. God damn it, who sells cheese? Hee! I did it. I found the cheese. Oh god. I never would have believed it would be so hard to find cheese in this fucking game. And you'll pardon me for taking another shortcut, because I ain't got time for this. Hey, you fat fuck, here's your food.
I have all the stuff on me. Now we'll do the deal with that super weapon, right?
Then show me the stuff first.
Here you go.
Yeah, great.
Well, give me the thing now.
Forget it.
What?
Did you really think you'd get something for it? I mean, if you're stupid enough to believe that, you don't deserve any better. I'm amazed to see you're still alive. If you believe everything people say, you won't survive long here. Doesn't matter.
That's how it's gonna
We
be.
always have enough food for a party. Thanks a lot, and maybe we'll meet you again.
You son of a bitch.
You'll be very sorry for that.
Will I? Unfortunately, I couldn't take the stuff back because the patch never fully uninstalled.
Hey man, you can't do that to me.
What more do you want? Piss off. Get on somebody else's nerves or you'll get it. Got it?
Oh, what will I
trouble
get?
With me again?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to whack you one.
We've had our fun. Now get lost, man.
I believe you didn't understand me.
Okay, then. You asked for it. You were warned.
Ah, he tried to dropkick me, son of a bitch. I'm not quite finished with you yet. There we go. Now, our arrangement is complete. And I will see you later, my friend. I gotta get me out of here, though. Alright, now is the time. We must deliver the final focus stone to Saturas and be done with all this madness. Alright, Saturas. I have what you've been waiting for. I've had it for quite a while, in fact.
I found a focus in the ruined monastery. Gorn the mercenary was there. He gave me a hand in searching.
Brilliant. Now we have all 5 focus stones. Your deeds are invaluable to our camp. Be assured of my eternal gratitude. Go
That won't buy me the time of day.
He'll give you something for your immense efforts. Speak to Kronos, the keeper of the ore as well. He'll give you another gift from our community.
Can you blast the ore mound now?
We now have all the artifacts we need to fulfill our plan. But the barrier was created by 12 magicians. There are not enough magicians in the circle of water to control the powerful energies and to guide them onto the right course.
What can we do?
I'm aware that you've already done much for our community. We owe you greatly. But in the interest of all the inhabitants of the colony, I need to ask one more favor of you.
One more favor?
Yes. Go to the old camp and try to win some of the magicians of the Circle of Fire for our cause.
Magicians of Fire? Why should they want to give up their easy life? The destruction of the barrier would rob them of their powerful position.
That is the exact reason why you must accomplish this mission. You know people from all the camps of the colony. Remind the magicians of Fire of the old times, when we studied the arts of magic together.
All right then, I'll try to convince the magicians of Fire. But I can't promise anything. It seems nearly impossible to me.
You must try. If you do not succeed in this, there is only one other... just one...
One what?
Forget it. You must succeed. Here, take this magic rune. Hand it over to Coristo, the High Magician of the Circle of Fire, as a sign of our trust. With this, he can teleport into this room without passing the guards, anytime he wants. I hope that it will convince our former friends of our good intentions. May you return in one piece.
Oh, Zardas, eh? We've heard that name before. Alright, so essentially, we have to try and convince the Mages of Fire to help us out with the escape plan. The reason why that might not be such a fine, or such an easy task is simply that the Mages of Fire actually have a very powerful position here. They're very well protected by the Ore Barons, simply because the Ore Barons are... Well, it's never really explained why there's such a good relationship between the old camp and the Fire Mages, but it's probably because having the magicians in the camp allows a much more elevated position of negotiation with the king. The Ore Barons can pretty much treat it like they have the mages as hostages, whereas the mages, in fact, are very comfortable with where they are. They have a position of authority. They are, in fact, essentially advisors to Gomez, and they get a lot of the supplies that the Ore Barons barter with the king for. So altogether, they're in good shape where they are, and the escape plans would put them in disfavor with the old camp for one. They would also be responsible for releasing all of the convicts in here. So altogether, to me, it just doesn't seem like it would necessarily be in their best interests, not for themselves, and not necessarily for the outside community. But anyway, we have to do what we can.
Saturas said you had a reward for me?
Ah, come here, come here. Our spiritual leader has told me about your heroic deeds. All the people in the camp, no, the whole colony, are deeply indebted to you. Take this as a modest reward for all your efforts.
Alright, so he gave us another stack of potions, and this stack altogether is much more powerful than the one he gave us before. You have a potion of velocity, several potions of velocity. These essentially allow us to sprint for a short time. You also have an elixir to add to our health, extract to add to our mana, and a potion of power which adds to our strength and dexterity. So, not a bad deal at all. And lastly, we visit Kronos, the Keeper of the Ore, for one last reward.
Hello.
Hello.
Saturas said you had a reward for me.
As the Keeper of the Ore, I'd like to give you a small portion of our ore for your great deeds on behalf of the camp. I hope you'll make as good use of it as we do.
We shall see. Now, it would be painfully ironic if it turned out that the ore they gave me actually resulted in them not having enough for their spell, but I'll trust their judgment. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this altogether took a hell of a lot longer than I meant it to, and I sincerely hope that this episode does not end up over long. What was supposed to be another 15 or so minutes of recording ended up being almost another 50. So hopefully with all the editing I do to cut out a lot of that sidetracking with the control spell means I can get this back down into a reasonable time frame. And either way, next episode will see us return to the old camp and try and negotiate with the fire mages. And, well, we'll see how easy that might be. Our freedom is at stake here, and we'll get on that in the next episode. See you all then.